Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend, for it's our last refrain.
Hey guys, I'm here in Antwerp and this is the cathedral here in Antwerp. And I just showed you the top and the watch there, and they're renovating it. It's apparently a 2-year project that they're doing. And they're cleaning up the whole church or the whole cathedral. And they're doing some minor restorations, I would say, but the main thing is cleaning up. And I just zoomed in at the watch there, at the clock there, and they have one at the 4 sides of the tower, of course. And they redid the watch completely. Completely, I mean, they gold plated it. Apparently, in the old days it was gold plated, and they redid it with gold, 24 karat gold plate. So I found that kind of a waste of money, actually. You know, like 24 karat gold plated, you know, and the cost of it, guys. The cost of it is 250,000 euros or $260,000. Can you believe that? So in pesos, that is 14,250,000 pesos. Can you believe that? Take another look, guys. Take another look. There you go. Do you think it's worth it to spend 14,250,000 pesos to reshine the clock, the watch there? To me, it's outrageous. You know, I would do it for half the price. I buy a bunch of spray cans, spray paint, gold spray paint, and redo it for half that. God. You know, can you imagine how much the whole renovation of the church cost? Not renovation, cleanup. Now I understand the cleanup has to be done because a lot of tourists come here. They come especially for old buildings like that. However, spend that much money just on the watch. Well, there are 4 sides of it, yeah, granted, but still, that's a lot of money. You know, and I think honestly, that's a waste of money. You know. There you go, guys. That was my 2 cents worth of wasting money. Here is another project, guys. Look at this. Here is the sign still up. So this church, they're gonna change it into a library. Take a look what it cost. You see the cost right there. Look what they need there, a safety coordinator, it says. And this whole church is gonna become a library. Let me flip the camera around and I'll talk to you for a minute. Yeah, guys, that's what they're gonna do with this church. They're gonna turn it into a library. So, and it's gonna cost 190,000 euros, which is about $200,000, which is about, in pesos, about 10 million pesos. Again, there is nothing structural that has to be done to the church. You know, for a library, what do they need in there? Some extra electricity maybe, and some shelving, and what else? Some chairs, some tables, you know, and that's gonna cost $190,000. To me, that's crazy, you know. And on top of that, they're gonna need a safety coordinator. That's what it says. There's another guy that has to be paid just to put shelving up. I don't get it sometimes here. So to me, well, it's maybe good that they turned the church into a library, something usable, because they don't use the church anymore. However, $190,000. $200,000, yeah, that's 10 million pesos. That's freaking crazy. So, there, to me, is another waste of money, guys. So, up to the next waste of money. So guys, you have seen this one before. This is the old castle in Antwerp. And if you watched my previous, one of my previous videos, I showed you that they added an addition to this castle. And I explained how they ruined the castle, in my opinion. And as you see there, that's a new addition. And I looked into it a little bit more, and what they did is they actually tore down a piece of the old castle. Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it. So they actually tore down, this is the oldest structure in Antwerp, and they tore down a piece of history to build that new structure here, as I showed you in a previous video. And you should check it out, because there I go into the inside, and there you can see the inside of the building and everything. And they built this because they made the tourist information center in there. You know, like, it's at the edge of the city. It's not even the center here. So I feel like, first of all, a tourist information center should be in the center of the city, or the central station where most people arrive, come and go, you know? But no, it's totally at the edge of the city. However, that's not the point of it. Here is the kicker. What they spend on it, guys. You know, for an underused piece of building, I'm not going to use the word, they spend $9.5 million, guys. $9.5 million in order to ruin the castle and to make a tourist information center. So $9.5 million, since the euro is about par with the American dollar right now, so it's about the same in euros. In pesos, guys, are you ready for this one? 510 million pesos for that 3-story structure that they added to this castle. Can you believe that? To me, that's outrageous. 510 million pesos. So I couldn't believe it. To me, that's totally waste of money. Totally waste of money, because there are so many nice buildings in the center of the city that they could have converted into tourist information center, or even in an empty room in City Hall, for crying out loud. No. They ruin a castle, and in the meanwhile, they spend 510 million pesos, guys. There you go. That's my beef. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about another form of the government wasting money. And this is what I'm going to show you. This is in a town with a population of about 20,000, so it's not that big. And they have a whole bunch of empty houses here, just sitting empty, and they do nothing with it. And when I say they sit empty, they sit empty for years and years, you know, so they don't do anything with it. And there are a bunch of houses, offices, other buildings, and they just sit empty, doing nothing. So to me, that's a big waste of money too. So here I'm going to show you about 7 or 8 of them that I filmed, and like I say, they're prime real estate houses, so worth a lot of money actually. So here it comes, a whole bunch of houses that are wasting away and doing nothing, guys. There we go. So as you can see, this is a 3-story building. And then we have the old city hall, which they use as a storage. Yeah. And then, you know, you have this one here. Another, look, 3-story building. Nice building. So it's totally empty. Then we have this property here, guys. 3 stories. And look at all this, the garage here. This wall, behind the wall belongs to it. And those 2 other garages until that other house there. That's all one house, so it's totally empty. Also belongs to the city. And that, guys, is prime real estate. Because look at, this is a market square right here. And this house, it's right on the corner. There you go. This house, guys, it's empty. It's a 2-story building. And this one here, go out of the sun. This one here, another 2-story building, sits empty. And then this one here, this big one, is like 4 stories. And that was the old city hall that is not being used anymore. So that's 3 in a row sitting empty. Also, this house belongs to the city, guys. As you can see, it is boarded off. It sits here empty for a long time. And the one next to it, right here, this one too. See, boarded off, sits empty for a long time. Nice house, nothing wrong with it, right? It's just 2 of them next to each other, sitting empty. And this one here, guys, see this building? Was a previous police station. Sits empty for a long time. See, garages in the back. We do nothing with it. There you go. There is another one, guys, another building that sits empty, and this is a big one. Take a look. It goes all the way to where the flags are there. Just before the flags it stops. It's a huge building, guys. Empty. And guys, this is the last point I wanted to make about the wasting money here, and that is about the government body itself. And in this country, the country has a king and a prime minister and a whole bunch of other prime ministers, of course. So the country is run by the prime minister, and the salary of a minister is about $11,000 a month. Or let me see here in pesos, and that's the same in euros, about 11,000 euros a month, and that is net in their pocket, taxes paid, you know. So that's just what they end up with. Of course, they have an expense account, they have a car, they have a driver, and all that stuff. So $11,000 is 625,000 pesos per month. So it's not necessarily, the beef is not necessarily about the money, but for example, here in this country they have 8 ministers of health. Yes, it is. It's not 2, not 5, not 7, but 8. I couldn't believe it myself when I heard that for the first time. And this is not due to the current health situation in the world. It has nothing to do with it. That was already way in place way before that. Always been. So, 8 ministers of health. Can you believe that? At that salary? So that is the waste I want to point out. And but not necessarily the amount they make, because what can you say? That's my point, guys. That's it. The other quick thing I wanted to add to that, just in case you're wondering how much the king gets paid in this country, I have written it down so I make sure I'm not wrong. The king gets paid $12,250,000 per year. So $12,250,000 per year. So that's over $1 million or over 1 million euros per month. Just in case you were curious about that. And the whole royal family in 2019 was paid $37 million per year. So for doing what? Let me think. I can't come up with anything, but I'm sure they do something. Sure. Okay, guys, that was my video. I hope you like it. Thanks for everybody that's watching. Thanks to our subscribers. If you didn't subscribe yet, please consider it. It would help us out a lot. And I see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Close to the sun.